Hello, and welcome to our session today for building a culture of collaboration at your site as an instructional coach. As instructional professionals, our goal is to build lasting relationships with those we work with. This helps establish community, and it is essential as we strive to meet our teachers where they are and give them the needed support. Today, we will look at a conversation that you can encounter in your day-to-day, and we will discuss how to build trust and how to give effective feedback. Our first scenario is at a PLC and meeting with one of the teachers who requested assistance. One approach is to check in with teachers and provide support in areas of need to alleviate burnout and establish best teaching practices. Hello, Ms. Bates. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, just getting ready for the PLC today.
Wonderful. I wanted to make sure that you were ready for today, so that's why I came by. I remember the focus was on analyzing your data for the ELA standards. How did it go with your group?
It went well, but there were some kids that are still working through mastering the standard. A good chunk of it, and we are planning to move on to the next unit. I'd like some help with how we can work with the students who are still struggling on it.
Another approach is to ensure that this type of relationship is already in place. When a teacher is confident in asking for help, they are more receptive to advice. If your teachers are not asking for help, a good place to start is to see what they need before asking them to do things. A coach does not simply come in and demand to look at data and bombard the teacher with 10 strategies to implement. DeWitt 2020. Like the students, we scaffold. We go slow to go faster and improve bit by bit. It is beneficial to ask what strategies have been done. This will build on their prior knowledge and will be applicable to their needs. So, tell me some of the strategies or activities you did during the lessons that helped those that got it master it.
So we were working on CBC blending and did a lot of visuals and on a PowerPoint and TPR movements with the visuals. We also stretched out words if they had a hard time hearing the phonemes.
An effective strategy in providing effective feedback is also to praise what successes are in the classroom and encourage teaching practices. This also helps establish rapport with the staff and will encourage future collaborations. Also, ask if they would like a suggestion. That is an awesome strategy. Visuals and TPR help English learners and kids with different language styles and learning styles. I used to use that when I taught primary grades. Can I ask a clarifying question?
Sure.
When you are teaching, what does the participation look like?
I noticed the majority are participating, especially when I praise them and give them PBIS points. There are, however, a few not actively engaged, and it's actually some of the kids, now that I think about it, that are actually struggling to meet the goal. They're looking down, playing with their shoes, and aren't even saying the words sometimes.
Recognizing the teacher's professionalism and encouraging reflection can bring its own opportunity for solutions. Northwest Regional Educational Laboratory, 2003. It is also important to offer support when needed and to ask administration for time to be able to support teachers. Providing effective feedback is not always asking the teacher to do more, but to offer assistance. If the need facilitates corrective feedback, by all means go ahead and do so in a way that gives options to apply a strategy. If the need is better suited with support, offer the support. As a coach, you may not be available to help. Bring these concerns up with your administrators to effectively plan schedules to help intervention group and support plans. I have seen that myself, that when I taught in the past, the whole group setting may not be the best for them. How would you feel about pulling them into a small group? This is a suggestion we can make at the PLC meeting and document it as part of our plan. We can also see what other strategies the teachers had during the PLC that actually worked. I think this group would benefit from being in a small, intimate setting where they're forced to talk and practice. Some may not even be sure of the word and need a more direct approach with the hands-on visual to practice. Do you think that would help your kids?
Definitely. This group does better in a small group setting or one-to-one, but I'm not sure where to plug them in to another intervention I'm already doing.
Why don't I take this group and we log this as a tier 2 intervention with me and see if they make growth after 4 to 6 weeks. Hopefully we can get them to master this. Would that help?
Yes. That way my current intervention remains uninterrupted, and I will see what else we say at the meeting for the next steps and additional strategies.
We hope this scene and conversation have been of use. Teachers will not always seek help, but this is why teachers and coaches need to have a collaborative and trusting relationship. Alleviating burnout by offering support, giving positive feedback that praises successes, offering reflection on teaching practices, and requesting support from administrative leadership are all approaches and strategies that can aid in your coaching navigations. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your evening.